TV soap news and spoilers say that in the heart of the sprawling, gritty urban tapestry of Beyond the Gates, a story unfolds that tugs at the heartstrings and stirs the soul. It is a tale of loss, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds that tether us to those we hold dear, even in the face of life's harshest cruelties. Today, we delve into the enigma of June, a homeless woman whose life has been marred by hardship, yet whose spirit clings to a singular, precious relic. A photograph that holds the key to her past and, perhaps, her salvation. What is this photo? Why does it mean so much to June? Could it be a cherished image of twins Samantha and Tyrell, now adopted by the enigmatic couple Martin and Smith? Join us as we unravel the mystery, explore the depths of June's story, and ponder the secrets that lie beyond the gates. June is no stranger to suffering. Her weathered face, etched with lines of hardship, tells a story of a life lived on the margins. A homeless woman wandering the unforgiving streets, June has endured countless nights under the stars, her only shelter a tattered tent pitched in the shadows of the city's towering skyscrapers. The biting cold, the gnawing hunger, and the ever-present threat of danger have become her reluctant companions. Yet, despite the weight of her circumstances, June carries within her a spark of resilience, a quiet strength that refuses to be extinguished. Recently, June's frail body succumbed to the ravages of pneumonia, a cruel affliction that left her gasping for breath and clinging to life. She was admitted to Garland Memorial Hospital, a place that, for many, represents a beacon of hope but, for June, felt like yet another battleground. Her condition was dire, complicated by ischemia, a dangerous reduction in blood flow to her heart. The doctors, their faces masked with professional concern, determined that a heart bypass surgery was her only chance at survival. The procedure was grueling, a testament to June's enduring will to live. As she lay in her hospital bed, tubes snaking from her arms and monitors beeping rhythmically, June's thoughts were not on her own fragility but on something far more precious, a photograph, her most treasured possession, now lost to the chaos of the streets. In the world of Beyond the Gates, the streets are not just a backdrop but a character in their own right, merciless, unpredictable, and indifferent to the plights of those who call them home. For June, her tent was more than a shelter, it was a sanctuary, a fragile fortress where she could hold on to the fragments of her identity. Among those fragments was the photograph, a small, weathered image that she guarded with a fierceness that belied her weakened state. It was her tether to a life she once knew, a life that held meaning beyond the daily struggle for survival. But the streets are not kind to those who have little. In a devastating turn of events, June's tent was raided by the city's so-called cleanup crew, a group tasked with clearing homeless encampments under the guise of urban renewal. To them, June's possessions were nothing more than debris to be swept away. Her tent was torn down, her meager belongings scattered or discarded. And among the casualties was the photograph, the one thing June could not bear to lose. The news of the raid reached June in her hospital bed, delivered by her friend Naomi, a compassionate soul who had taken it upon herself to check on June's encampment. Naomi's face, usually bright with optimism, was shadowed with grief as she recounted the destruction. The cleanup crew had left nothing behind, and the photograph, June's most cherished possession, was gone. The weight of this loss hit June harder than any illness. Her eyes, already dulled by pain, filled with a quiet despair that spoke volumes. The photograph was more than a picture, it was a piece of her heart, a connection to a past she could not let go. Naomi, a recurring figure in Beyond the Gates, is a woman of action, driven by a deep sense of empathy for those society has cast aside. Her friendship with June is one of the show's most poignant threads, a reminder that even in the darkest corners of the world, human connection can shine through. When June, her voice trembling with emotion, begged Naomi to help recover the lost photograph, Naomi did not hesitate. "I'll find it, June," she promised, her words carrying the weight of a vow. "Whatever it takes, I'll get it back for you." Naomi's determination is a force to be reckoned with. She knows the streets, understands their rhythms and their dangers. But more than that, she understands June. She sees the pain behind her friend's eyes, the unspoken story that the photograph represents. For Naomi, this is not just about retrieving a lost item, it's about restoring a piece of June's dignity, her hope, her reason to keep fighting. As she sets out on her mission, Naomi is prepared to confront whoever or whatever stands in her way. Whether it's the bureaucratic indifference of the city's cleanup crews or the shadowy figures who profit from the suffering of the homeless. What is it about this photograph that holds such power over June? Why does its loss threaten to break her in a way that pneumonia and heart surgery could not? The show has dropped tantalizing hints, leaving viewers to speculate about the image's significance. Could it be a picture of twins Samantha and Tyrell, two children who, according to whispers in the Beyond the Gates universe, were adopted by a couple named Martin and Smith? The possibility is as intriguing as it is heartbreaking. Samantha and Tyrell, if they are indeed the subjects of the photograph, represent a chapter of June's life that is shrouded in mystery. Were they her children, taken from her by circumstances beyond her control? Did she know them in another capacity, perhaps as a caregiver or a guardian, before they were placed in the care of Martin and Smith? The adoption itself raises questions. Martin and Smith are enigmatic figures in the show, their motives unclear. Are they benevolent parents offering Samantha and Tyrell a better life, or is there something more sinister at play? The photograph, in its absence, has become a symbol of these unanswered questions, a puzzle piece that could unlock the truth about June's past. The idea that the photograph depicts twins adds a layer of emotional complexity. Twins, by their very nature, evoke a sense of unity, of two souls bound together in a way that transcends ordinary relationships. If Samantha and Tyrell are twins, their image in June's possession suggests a connection that runs deep. Perhaps a bond of blood, of love, or of loss. The thought of June, alone and ailing, clutching a photograph of two children she may never see again is enough to bring tears to the eyes of even the most stoic viewer. As Beyond the Gates prepares to unveil the next chapter in June's story, the stakes have never been higher. The loss of the photograph is not just a personal tragedy for June, it is a catalyst that could unravel the fragile threads of her existence. In her weakened state, June's health hangs in the balance, and the emotional toll of this loss threatens to push her to the brink. Naomi's promise to recover the photograph is a lifeline, but it is fraught with challenges. The cleanup crew's actions were not random, they are part of a larger system that dehumanizes the homeless, treating their possessions, and their lives, as disposable. Naomi's quest to retrieve the photograph will take her deep into the underbelly of the city, where she will encounter resistance at every turn. The cleanup crew, backed by powerful municipal forces, will not easily relinquish what they have taken. There are rumors of a black market for stolen goods from homeless encampments, where personal items like June's photograph are sold to collectors or destroyed for profit. Naomi will need to navigate this dangerous terrain, relying on her wits, her allies, and her unyielding commitment to her friend. To understand the significance of the photograph, we must consider June's past, which Beyond the Gates has only hinted at thus far. June was not always homeless. There are fleeting references to a life before the streets, a life that included love, family, and perhaps the twins, Samantha and Tyrell. Was June their mother, forced to give them up due to poverty, illness, or some other tragedy? Or was she a relative, a friend, or a protector who lost them to a system that prioritizes wealth and stability over love? The show's writers have masterfully kept these details just out of reach, building anticipation for the moment when June's story is fully revealed. The adoption of Samantha and Tyrell by Martin and Smith adds another layer of intrigue. Martin and Smith are not your typical adoptive parents. Their wealth and influence contrast sharply with June's destitution, raising questions about how they came to adopt the twins. Were they chosen through a legitimate process, or did their wealth give them an unfair advantage? Could there be a darker motive behind their adoption, one that June's photograph might expose? The possibility that the photograph holds evidence of wrongdoing, or even a clue to the twins' whereabouts, makes its recovery all the more urgent. At its heart, Beyond the Gates is a story about the human spirit's capacity to endure. June's struggle is a microcosm of the show's broader themes: the fight for dignity, the search for meaning, and the power of connection in a world that often feels cold and indifferent. The photograph, whether it depicts Samantha and Tyrell or something else entirely, is a symbol of these themes. It represents June's refusal to let go of her past, her determination to hold on to the people and memories that define her. Naomi's role in this story is equally compelling. Her promise to June is not just an act of friendship but a declaration of defiance against a system that seeks to erase people like June. By taking on this mission, Naomi becomes a hero in her own right, a beacon of hope for June and for viewers who are rooting for her success. The dynamic between these two women. June, broken but unbroken, and Naomi, fierce and unwavering, adds a layer of emotional depth that elevates Beyond the Gates above typical drama. As we await the next episode of Beyond the Gates, the questions surrounding June's photograph loom large. Will Naomi succeed in recovering it, or will she uncover a truth that is even more devastating than its loss? Is the photograph indeed a picture of Samantha and Tyrell, and if so, what does it reveal about June's connection to them? And what role do Martin and Smith play in this unfolding drama? Are they allies, adversaries, or something in between? The answers to these questions will undoubtedly shake the foundations of June's world and send ripples through the lives of those around her. The photograph, small and unassuming, has become a catalyst for a story that is as much about redemption as it is about loss. For June, it is a lifeline, a reminder that she is more than her circumstances. For Naomi, it is a call to action, a chance to right a wrong in a world full of injustices. And for us, the viewers, it is a mystery that keeps us glued to our screens, eager to uncover the secrets that lie beyond the gates. As we ponder June's story, we are reminded of the countless real-life Junes who walk among us, people whose stories are often overlooked, whose treasures are dismissed as worthless by those who do not understand their value. The photograph, whatever it depicts, is a testament to the power of memory, of love, of the human need to hold on to something tangible in a world that can feel so fleeting. Beyond the Gates challenges us to see these stories, to recognize the humanity in those society has cast aside, and to ask ourselves, what would we fight for? What is our photograph? In the coming episodes, we will follow Naomi's journey, cheer for June's resilience, and hold our breath as the truth about the photograph comes to light. Will it be a picture of twins Samantha and Tyrell, a snapshot of a life June once knew? Or will it reveal something entirely unexpected, a secret that could change everything? One thing is certain, the story of June and her lost photograph is far from over, and its resolution will leave an indelible mark on the world of Beyond the Gates. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.